Hey there everyone, and welcome to the airport. Today's video is a little bit different than what you've seen before, but it's a topic that I really wanted to talk about. Over the past few weeks, I've had the opportunity to try several different airlines in a very short period of time. Delta, Southwest, and Frontier. And I wanted to make a video, kind of throw it together in terms of my thoughts between these different airlines, especially during this time, right? So we have masks on when we're at the airport at all times, all the regulations that are currently in place. Kind of wanted to talk my thoughts through those different airlines. And I haven't tried Frontier ever before this most recent time, which I thought was really interesting. So let's walk them through. All three of those airlines are pretty well known. Southwest, Frontier, Delta. Frontier probably being the least well known. All three of them do have stops in Orlando International. And all three of them go to several places all around the United States, and some of them go international. So let's talk first about why to choose the different airlines. First, it comes down to price, right? That's the first thing you think of when you think of a lot of things nowadays. And you think about the price. Frontier is the least expensive of all three, but it's easy to see why, as I'm going to explain over the next few, just a little bit here. Southwest is the next least expensive. It used to be on the lower end, but it's actually gone up in recent days. There's been some issues with Southwest recently, which has caused me to try different airlines. And Delta is the most expensive of the three, and for good reason. Let's start with Frontier. So I flew first time Frontier, and I was actually a little apprehensive. I had heard, Frontier was only okay. Not from some friends it said not my favorite. Other friends it said I wouldn't go out of my way, right? But I went to the Orlando International Airport flying out. I went to the terminal, which was unlike the Southwest terminal, or even I think it's the difference in the Delta terminal. And I have to tell you, it was fine. You get in the airport, just kind of the bare minimum, right? The bare minimum is the best way to describe this one. There was nothing extra, nothing special, no flair to this airline and the terminal there. Everyone was just waiting. They called Zone 1, and then everyone else could board. Now, Zone 1 is where you can prepay for a higher tier ticket, higher tier seat, as it were, right? And so this seat is either the exit row or maybe it is in the front. Now, at first, I was booked on a standard seat. The standard seat, it was anywhere else in the plane. The increased seat, the upgraded seat, was either front three rows, exit row, or the other exit row. At first, the upgrade was an additional $75. Then it was like $68 each way, each leg. Then at the very end, 5 days before the flight, it became, I think, $38 or $39 each way to upgrade to those higher tier seats. I decided to do that, all right? So I got the Works package, which includes a piece of carry-on luggage, and so carry-on, not luggage, carry-on, and a personal item, and your seat, except if you get an upgraded seat. So I got the upgraded seat for an additional $39 or $38, plus the Works package. So in total, it was more than a standard Frontier ticket, but not too bad. I would recommend doing that upgrade, without question. That upgrade was super premium. You had tons of extra space. I literally could not fill all the space with my feet. There was so much space in front of me. It was overwhelming. Plenty of space to kind of move around a little bit, and actually the row was empty, sure enough. So it was just me by myself in that row, and it was really a very pleasant flight. The flight attendants were very nice. No food or beverages included, right? So this is unlike the other airlines we've taken before. But they are nice, and you do your own thing. You watch your movie on your phone with your headphones, and you're on your way. You have the option to purchase food or beverage, but it's not included. It's bare minimum, and you're on your way. Now, I did take a look at the other seats when I was there, and they look very tight, right? Very tight. Forgot the exact measurements, but I looked it up. It looked small, right? I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but I'm also not the smallest. So for me, I think that it would have been a little too tight. So I'm very glad I went with the upgrade. So my recommendation, if you're flying Frontier, go for the upgrade. Definitely recommend it. Also, may want to pack a snack, because I did pack some chips and some gummy bears, and it was really good. I enjoyed it. So moving on from there, Southwest Airlines. If you've been a part of the videos for a while, you know that I am a big fan of Southwest. Flew for years out of BWI to get to Orlando. In recent months, they have changed a lot of their flight plans that, many of them last minute. It happened to me actually more than once, where a flight was diverted last minute. We're like, we can't do this flight anymore. We have to do a different flight. And that was enough for me to change it up and try different airlines, which I did. And recently, they've actually stopped doing direct flights to a lot of the places that I go to. So for me, it turned into almost a necessity, because stopping when you didn't otherwise have to stop, I realize that it's because of the times, but that's one of the things that really has changed my mind about Southwest. They're not, the airline's not bad, right? Nothing bad happened. It's just a matter of there's more stops than there needs to be. In addition, with Southwest, all the seats are open. There's no selected seating like they have with Frontier and Delta, so you just stand in line and get your seat. And it's dependent on when you check in. They include a small snack and usually a small drink, depending on the route, maybe twice, depending. And then you're on your way. So the Southwest we've done many times, and I've showcased here in the videos many, many times. Delta's one I recently tried, and got to tell you, of the three, no surprise, it's my favorite. It is the most premium. You get your own personal TV, which you can plug your headphones into. You get a snack, you get a drink, you get great service. Now, the seats are, you have space, but you have to pick your seat in advance, and the upgrades are very expensive. I didn't do the upgraded seats on Delta. I did the standard seats on Delta. And I have to tell you, I prefer the standard seats on Delta to the upgraded seats on Frontier. Why is that? First of all, the screen monitor. You don't think to yourself, oh, I need a monitor. For shorter flights, probably not, right? For 2-hour flights, hour and 45-minute flights, not too bad, right? If I was going from Orlando to Fort Lauderdale, I don't think I need the screen. I don't. But if I'm going to New York from Orlando, maybe I want that screen. Maybe I don't want to be burning my phone battery the whole time. Maybe I'd prefer to see the plane route on the flight. Now, in addition, another note I wanted to make here, Delta and Southwest, the flights that I've been on, and not every single plane has the capability, but the flights I've been on, both Southwest and Delta have the ability for you to text with iPhone or iMessage. I'm guessing Android has something similar on the plane. Frontier didn't have that. Now, is it the end of the world? No. As long as you know what you're doing when you land, or whoever's picking you up can track your flight, and you can do that with all the airlines. But it's just something that is noticed. You definitely notice it when you're on board. You want to make sure you have the videos downloaded on Frontier, and your party who's picking you up knows how to track your plane when you are flying on Frontier or an airline that may not have cell phone capabilities, because Southwest, some of their planes don't have that capability. So it's just one of those things to note. Now, in addition, I do want to talk about luggage. I usually carry a backpack and a carry-on with me when I'm going on shorter trips. And when I do that, I don't have to stop by the luggage check. And that, I feel like, has been really nice, especially during this time when things, masks are still around and all that. It's really nice because it takes a lot longer now. The luggage pickup, at least what I've experienced, is maybe very different for you. You may have a totally different experience. That's okay. But for me, it was a much longer experience to wait for luggage. So being able to just bring a carry-on and a backpack, if you're going on a shorter trip, is going to help you a lot. Now, in addition to that, Delta and Southwest will allow you to bring that on kind of with the standard fee, right? But Frontier requires an additional, you have to get the premium, the Works bundle for that. You have to get the Works bundle for that. That's what it's called. So it's just one of those things that I know Frontier seems less expensive, and when we first talked about it, yes, it is less expensive, but it adds up pretty fast. So if you're thinking about taking Frontier to save that money, and I understand if you do, you may want to think about pricing it out fully. Go through the whole process, the whole booking process. You don't have to actually click confirm, but go through the whole process. Here's how much I want, here's the luggage, here's the upgraded seats, and see if there's a huge difference between that and the other airline that you'd be interested in. Whatever, maybe it's not none of these, Delta or Southwest, maybe it's American, maybe it's United, it doesn't matter. Maybe it's Spirit, right? So it can vary depending on your personal needs, but one thing I've learned from these experiences recently, price them all the way out. It's going to help quite a bit as you're waiting for, the perfect trip for you, or what makes the most sense for you. Now, when you're thinking about going with family, luggage is going to come into play here, and this is where Southwest wins. And this is why I took Southwest for so many years, because they did not have any luggage fees. those add up. As I was saying, Delta, I didn't mention this, Delta has a luggage fee. I can bring my carry-on and backpack on Delta, no upgrade. Fine, no additional fee. However, to do that on Southwest, to do that on Delta is an additional fee. To do that on Southwest, 2 bags are included. 2 pieces of luggage are included. It's hard to beat when you're traveling as a family and you want to, $50 per bag is expensive. It's expensive. Let's just be real. It's very expensive. So if you're thinking about it, price it all the way out. See what works best for you and your family. Consider all the alternatives that you have, and then go for it. So those are a few of my thoughts about Southwest, Frontier, and Delta. Flying in these times. If you have flown one recently, you have a favorite airline, you want to see me fly another airline, you want to see a whole vlog inside the plane, the whole process, let me know in the comments below. Love to hear from you. If you have any other thoughts on these 3 airlines, do let me know as well. If you have an absolute favorite, all of them provide some form of, except for Southwest, some form of mileage. So Frontier and Delta's got a mileage thing, but Southwest, it's a little different. So let me know your thoughts, comments below. Love to hear from you. Thanks as always for being a part of it with me. It's a pleasure to share it with you. Until next time, have a magical day and stay safe. See you real soon.